Okay, looks like we're up and running. What's up, everybody? If you can hear me, why don't you say hi in the comments so I know that we're live. Can you hear me? Is that on?
Yeah.
No?
We might make you wait until.
No, it says it's streaming. It says end stream here. Yeah?
You're good.
Okay. Good. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my inaugural YouTube video. We've been doing Facebook Lives. Hi, Grace Dale, 2243. Hey, Grace, send an email to support at Truth Treatments and we'll get you a freebie. Tell them you were first up on our video. And hello, Christy Marie. This is our first YouTube video. I've been meaning to do these for a long time, and we've been doing Facebooks for a while, but YouTube allows us to save a little bit more effectively, and then you can see all our other YouTube videos that we've done on our YouTube channel. Ben Truth Videos, I believe it's called. Hello, Sherry. Today I want to talk about retinol. I know I talk about it a lot, but as our sales go up and as our reach with Truth Treatments increases, we have more and more people who are using retinol. And unfortunately, a lot of folks who are using retinol are hearing about retinol, but don't really understand the art form that it is to use retinol and to use retinol effectively. And it is somewhat of an art form. There's a lot of kind of understanding of the skin that has to take place. You have to have a good feel for your skin, and you have to have a good feel for how much product to use. If you overuse retinol, you're going to get the signs of overuse. It's like an overdose, and you want to be really careful. Number one, with the size of the dose. Number two, with the frequency. So let's talk a little bit about retinol first of all, then we'll talk about how you get the best use of it in terms of application and application procedure. Retinol is vitamin A. Pretty simple. What's not so simple is that there are different forms of vitamin A. The two main forms of vitamin A that have effects on the skin are retinol and retinoic acid. And indeed, it really is retinoic acid that's doing the work. Retinol is converted into retinoic acid. Retinoic acid is a prescription drug. It's found in the product Retin A. These days, there's a lot of generic forms of Retin A, but they're all basically retinoic acid containing products. Retinoic acid containing creams and retinoic acid containing gels. Retinoic acid is the active form of vitamin A, and retinol is really good, but it has to be turned into retinoic acid, and it is converted into retinoic acid very effectively. However, the fact that retinoic acid is like a precursor form of retinol is like a precursor form of retinoic acid means that it's going to be a little bit weaker because it has to be kind of converted into the active form. So the conversion is about 100 times. In other words, retinol is 100 times weaker than retinoic acid. That's an approximation. I came out with my retinol 5% formulation because in my pharmacy I found myself dispensing retinoic acid 0.05% pretty regularly. That was the main form or the main strength of retinoic acid that I was prescribing. So I came out with my retinol 5% to allow my patients to have the same kind of potency, retinoid potency, vitamin A potency, with an over-the-counter product that they get with a prescription product. That way you didn't need to go to the doctor and get a prescription, and you could still have the same potency as a prescription strength product. And our retinol 5% is designed to be equipotent, that is, have the same potency as retinoic acid 0.05% or Retin A 0.05%. But our retinol is not merely a vitamin A product. Our Truth Retinol 5% gel is not merely a retinol product. It's also a vitamin C product, meaning our retinol 5%, Truth Retinol 5% gel is made with 25% fat-soluble vitamin C. And if you know anything about vitamin C, that is a huge, huge concentration. You'd be hard-pressed to find even a straight vitamin C product that doesn't have any retinol in it that had that much fat-soluble vitamin C in it. Now, keep in mind, fat-soluble vitamin C is a much superior form of vitamin C to water-soluble vitamin C. Fat-soluble vitamin C is known as THDA, tetrahexyl decylascorbate. It's kind of a mouthful if you want to say the whole name. THDA is what most people call it. THDA is a far superior form of vitamin C than ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is water soluble, it's unstable, and I know there's a lot of folks who like ascorbic acid or they hear about ascorbic acid. I'm telling you, as a pharmacist and as a chemist, the water soluble nature of ascorbic acid really renders it not an effective form of vitamin C unless you're using it fresh, and even then, you're not going to get a lot of penetration of the vitamin C. The real problem with it is it's unstable and it breaks down. It breaks down pretty quickly. With fat-soluble vitamin C, THDA, you don't have that problem. THDA is incredibly expensive. Retinol is expensive too. It's expensive for me to buy to put it in the product. Now, THDA is actually more expensive than retinol, believe it or not. And ascorbic acid, the water-soluble form of vitamin C that's found in most vitamin C products, is really cheap, dirt cheap. It's a byproduct of corn processing, and corn is such an abundant crop. It's very easy to make ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid costs maybe, as a raw material, on the order of $125 or so for a kilogram, something like that. To give you put in perspective, that same amount of fat-soluble vitamin C is around $800. So you can see why most manufacturers aren't using THDA, and they'll extol the virtues of ascorbic acid, and they'll tell you how wonderful ascorbic acid is, and avoid THDA. At Truth Treatments, I wanted you guys to have the absolute finest of all forms of all the ingredients. That's why we use THDA and not ascorbic acid. So our Truth Retinol gels, our 5% gel and our 1% gel, which is really an effective product too, and I'll talk about that here in a second, are made with 25% THDA. There's something, they come in our transdermal delivery matrix, and there's something called medium chain triglycerides in there as well, which facilitates the absorption. And remember, it's not just what you put on your skin, it's what you absorb into the skin where the cells are. And that's pretty much it. You get your transdermal delivery matrix, medium chain triglycerides, vitamin C, fat-soluble vitamin C, and retinol. It's only four ingredients in the product. So anyway, retinol 5%, our Truth Retinol 5% gel, requires a little bit of savvy to use it correctly. The biggest problem people have is that retinol is really strong stuff. Retinol has several mechanisms of action, several ways that it works. The most important thing that it does is it helps cells grow, or as they say in the business, differentiate correctly. Now, find my, I don't know where my little model of the skin is. So I have to you'll have to use your imagination here. Skin cells live in the bottom of the skin. Your skin is layered like baklava or like lasagna. And the top of the skin is kind of interesting because it doesn't look like there's layers here. When you look at your skin, it just looks like there's a coating, but really there's microscopically thin layers. And these layers serve several purposes. Number one, they give the skin protection. The multiple layers protect the living tissue underneath. The layers on the top of the living tissue are not living. The only living cells are located down below, and that's where you really need to be with your retinol if you are going to get effects. So retinol's got to penetrate through the surface of the skin down to the bottom. And one of the ways the skin works is cells grow from the bottom to the top. They move upwards. They start their life fat and plump and juicy at the bottom of the skin, the so-called basal layer, and then they migrate upwards to the surface, the stratum corneum. And as they're migrating upwards, they're taking on a different shape, hence the term differentiation. If you're nutritionally deficient, or if you're aging, or you're unhealthy in any way, differentiation does not occur as it's supposed to. Differentiation issues are behind many skin problems. Differentiation issues are behind eczema. They're behind psoriasis. They're behind acne. They're behind skin cancer. And they're behind aging skin, we'll say, thinning skin or aging skin. Retinoids in general, vitamin A in general, is a differentiation vitamin. It supports differentiation. It helps cells grow from the bottom to the top effectively. And because differentiation is involved in so many different things, psoriasis, acne, eczema, dry skin, skin cancer, aging skin, retinoids facilitate and improve all these kinds of issues simply by helping skin cells differentiate, that is, move correctly from the bottom to the top. So the first thing that the retinoids do is they support differentiation. But there's more. The retinoids and retinol help stimulate collagen production. They turn on collagen production. They turn on elastin production as well. Collagen and elastin are two of the most important anti-aging fibers in the skin. And they do this genetically. You actually can modify or upregulate genetic activity at the skin cell level, not even the ordinary skin cell, but the fibroblast, which is even deeper than the ordinary skin cell. The two major skin cells are the keratinocyte, which is traditionally the typical skin cell, and then there's the fibroblast, which makes the collagen and the elastin. Retinoids and retinol work at both cells. They work at the keratinocyte or the skin cell to support differentiation and improve all of the skin issues that I mentioned, and they work at the level of the fibroblast to turn on the production of collagen, to turn on the production of elastin, and to turn on the production of hyaluronic acid, which everybody loves. Everybody loves to put it on the skin, and it's neat. It's cool to put it on the skin, but hyaluronic acid that's made by the fibroblast actually stays in the lower levels, the dermis part of the skin, and it plumps it up. So you actually make your own hyaluronic acid, and you can improve the way you make your own hyaluronic acid with retinol. So you get better differentiation, you get more collagen, you get more elastin, and you get more hyaluronic acid. And there's more. Retinol also has helps improve sloughing or exfoliating of the surface of the skin. That's why sometimes people will peel. Now, retinol is not necessarily a peeling agent, although some people will peel with it. And in fact, a lot of people will peel, but you're still getting benefits from your retinol, even if you're not getting peeling. So retinol stimulates sloughing off or improves the sloughing off of the dead skin cells on the surface, and that improves the skin coloration, especially if you're dealing with hyperpigmentation, and that makes retinol one of the best anti-pigmentation or anti-melasma ingredients you could ever use. In fact, the gold standard for treating melasma is a skincare ingredient called hydroquinone, which many of you guys have probably heard of. Retinol works just as well as hydroquinone, and hydroquinone is quite toxic. It's known to, it's a known cancer causer. It's a known carcinogen, at least in high concentrations. And on top of that, hydroquinone is also melanotoxic. That is, it's toxic to melanocytes. And that's why if you're using hydroquinone, you're told not to use it for a long period of time. Retinol has all the benefits of hydroquinone. It does exactly what hydroquinone does, plus more, and it's non-toxic. The downside to retinol is great upside, obviously. It's anti-pigmenting, it lightens the skin, evens out skin tone. It helps, it helps unroof comedones, so it's great for treating acne. It's great for treating acne because it's a differentiation supporter. It's great for, it helps treat, it's been used to treat eczema and psoriasis. It's anti-aging, supports collagen, supports elastin, supports hyaluronic acid. It's an all-around skin tonic, really. But the downside on retinol is it's very stimulating. And if your skin is not ready to handle that much stimulation, you can have a problem. So sometimes people will get rashy, or they'll get inflamed, they'll get a sunburn-like effect, and they'll want to stay away from retinol. Don't blame the retinol. It just means your skin is not ready, or it's not nutritionally sound enough to be able to handle retinol. So you have a couple options. First of all, we make a retinol 1% gel, a Truth Retinol 1% gel, and we recommend that if you're not used to Truth Retinol 5% gel, or you've never used retinol before, that you start off with our Truth 1% retinol gel. It still has 25% fat-soluble vitamin C in the transdermal delivery matrix and the medium chain triglycerides, but you're not going to get as much retinol. Fine, get your skin used to it first. Always recommend you get your skin used to it. Secondly, there are wonderful nutrients that are stored in the skin that make the skin stronger. And if you can't use retinol, if you can't use our Truth Retinol 5% gel, or if you find that you can't use the Truth Retinol 1% gel, start supplementing. Number one, supplement with essential fatty acids, especially omega-3 essential fatty acids, and not fish oil. Fish oil is an omega-3 essential fatty acid. It's an omega-3 fatty acid, but it's not essential. Essential fatty acids, omega-3 essential fatty acid is called alpha-linolenic acid, and it's found in flax seeds and hemp seeds and chia seeds predominantly. It's found in a few other things too. But make sure you're taking omega-3 essential fatty acids, and whenever you take omega-3 essential fatty acids, you also want to take omega-6 essential fatty acids. So get on a good essential fatty acid supplement for a good 3 or 4 weeks. Niacin is also very strengthening for the skin, and if you start supplementing with niacin, or even use niacin topically, we put niacin in our hyaluronic hydrating gel and in a lot of our peel products. Supplement with niacin or use niacin topically, and that can also help strengthen the skin. And then there's a third ingredient, which is a type of fat, a sterol technically, called beta-cytosterol. It's found in a lot of plants. It's a plant sterol. Mushrooms are a good source of beta-cytosterol, and various grains are good sources of beta-cytosterol. But you can supplement with beta-cytosterol. I recommend about 300 milligrams a day. For men, beta-cytosterol is great for the prostate. So for guys who are getting older, if you find that you're starting to go to the bathroom, or you're in the middle of the night multiple times, or you're starting to get benign prostatic hypertrophy or BPH, or your PSA is up, beta-cytosterol is like a miracle worker. Personally, I take 300 to 600 milligrams every day, 300 milligrams at least, and you can, for men, and also for strengthening the skin. So between beta-cytosterol, niacinamide or niacin, and then also omega fatty acids, omega-3s especially, omega-3 essential fatty acids, alpha-linolenic acid, your skin will get much stronger and it'll be much more able to handle retinol 5%, even though I recommend people start with retinol 1%. Also with our products, as you know, if you've used Truth Treatments, we took all the fillers and all the water and all the wax and all the silicone and all the preservatives and all the stuff that doesn't do anything for your skin. We took it all out. And all our products are made with 100% active and functional ingredients. All the ingredients in your Truth Retinol Gel are doing something. So you don't need a lot of product. And you don't need to feel product in your skin. This is a mistake people make when they use our products, is most of us are used to, when we apply a product on the skin, we're used to feeling something on the skin. Truth treatments are not meant for you to feel anything on the surface of the skin. So you may want to put more product on because you think you got to feel something on the surface. I designed and formulated all my Truth treatments to penetrate, to get to where the living cells are. Remember, at the bottom, that's where the living cells are, at the bottom. So you don't need to feel a lot of product. In fact, you don't even necessarily need to feel any product on your skin and still you're still going to get a good dose, because you want all the active ingredients to get down to the lower levels where the so-called viable cells are, the basal layer and the squamous layer. So don't overdo the product. And also, it helps if you use our biomimetic mineral mist with all of our Truth treatments. Put a little Truth treatments, whatever your Truth treatments are, in this case, retinol 1% or retinol 5% gel, in the palm of your hand. Take a couple spritzes of the biomimetic mineral mist, rub your hands together, then massage really well into your skin. I wish I meant to bring some product to my office here, but I didn't. So you'll just have to use your imagination. Put a tiny little bit of product. We have a perfect dose spoon that some of you guys have used, and that's the perfect amount of product. And then put it on your hand, a couple spritzes of biomimetic mineral mist, rub your hands together, and then apply to your skin. Okay, so that's my little story on retinol. Remember, you're getting 25% vitamin C. And by the way, vitamin C is a great skin lightener too. And of course, vitamin C stimulates collagen production. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant. Vitamin C also turns on moisture factors. So not only is it great for anti-aging, and not only is it great for skin lightening, but fat-soluble vitamin C in particular is also a great natural moisturizer, not in the sense that it's moisturizing your skin itself, but it's stimulating your own natural moisture factors. Remember, your skin is making its own moisture factors. The key to having nice soft skin is not to use a lot of moisturizer, but to support your skin's production of various lipids, i.e. fats and amino acids, as well as something called the NMF, or the natural moisture factor, that acts to trap water and hold water into the epidermis and even into the dermis. So making your own moisture factors is the best way to truly moisturize your skin. All right, so let's see here. I got some questions. Harpreet says, love your Truth treatments. It's a shame I can't get collagen. I don't know why you can't. Oh, yeah, Europe is really funny about supplements. Collagen Recovery Complex is super effective for hair, for nails, and for skin. I recommend Collagen Recovery Complex for folks who are going through surgery. If you take Collagen Recovery Complex a couple weeks or 3 weeks before your surgical procedure, and then continue after your surgical procedure, and that includes facial surgery, you'll notice that you're healing much faster and the prognosis from your surgery is going to be much better. Also, Collagen Recovery Complex is great for folks who are dealing with arthritis or any other joint disease. Anywhere you want to support the production of collagen. Collagen Recovery Complex has a little collagen in it, but really its mechanism of action is to give you the cofactors that your body needs to produce its own collagen. That's why we call it Collagen Recovery Complex. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, I guess that's it. TT retinol is so unique and amazing. Thank you, Grace Dale, for understanding that. Linda asked about niacin in the heart. Niacin is one of the all-time great multifunctional nutrients. Niacin is also known as vitamin B3. It's great. It's been used to treat everything from obsessive compulsive disorder and social anxiety disorder. Using niacin supplements can help people quit smoking. Niacin and niacinamide is also very important for folks who are dealing with dermatitis or GI problems. It's one of the all-time great brain health nutrients. It's been used to treat schizophrenia. It's just an amazing, amazing nutrient. It also helps strengthen the skin if you're dealing with sensitive skin or if you can't use retinol. In fact, if you go to medical school, niacin deficiency disease is called pellagra. And in medical school, they say pellagra is marked by the 4 Ds: diarrhea, dermatitis, dementia, and death. Meaning, under conditions of niacin deficiency, you will end up with sensitive skin and you'll end up with rashes. So for you guys who are dealing with unexplained rashes or unexplained skin sensitivity, it could easily be a niacin deficiency. Niacin, if you're not supplementing with niacin, you got to be eating a lot of high protein foods to get enough niacin, and even then you may not be getting enough. If you have any GI problems, gastrointestinal problems, cramping, bloating, diarrhea, loose stools, all those can be the signs of niacin deficiency. Cognitive issues, cognitive decline, memory problems, dementia. Niacin deficiency is well known as a cause of dementia. And if you don't have enough niacin at all, if you get 0 niacin, you can ultimately die from it. Pellagra can be life-threatening. Fortunately, the body will make its own niacin. It's the only vitamin that's so important that the body will actually make, but doesn't make enough of it. So you can't count on your body producing it on its own. Also, if you're not getting enough of the raw materials, tryptophan is one of the raw materials for making niacin, you're probably not going to be able to make niacin as effectively either. So niacin is important for all kinds of things. Oh yeah, really important for sugar metabolism. In fact, blood sugar metabolism depends on something called the glucose tolerance factor, or the GTF, and the GTF is partially made up of niacin. So niacin is really important for folks who are dealing with blood sugar issues too. That's a lot of benefits from one nutrient. And to answer your question, yes, for cardiovascular health, niacin is a great vasodilator. It opens up blood vessels, so it improves perfusion and oxygenation to the heart. Let's see what else here. Yes, we do have some new products coming out. Linda, thank you for asking. Retinol will definitely help with milia, will help unroof milia, and because it improves the movement of cells from the bottom to the top, improves differentiation, if you will, that can also have some benefits for milia skin. Miliatic skin, I guess you'd say. Linda says she takes omega-3, 6, and 9. Again, that's kind of tricky. Omega-9 is not essential. Omega-3s come in an essential variety, and when I say essential, I mean you have to have it. Essential means if you don't have it, you die. Omega-9 is not essential. Omega-3 comes in an essential form and a non-essential form. The essential form is alpha-linolenic acid, as I said. It's found in seeds. And then there's also fish oil, which is an omega-3, but it's not essential. Your body can make it. Now, in fairness, most people don't make enough of it, so it's probably a good idea to take fish oil also. But if you got to take either a seed oil or fish oil, go with the seed oil, like hemp seed oil or flaxseed oil, because then you'll get your natural, you'll get your essential omega-3, and then your body can naturally convert it into DHA and EPA, which are the forms of omega-3 that are found in fish oil. And then omega-6s, there's all kinds of omega-6 oils. The omega-6 essential oil, or essential fatty acid, I should say, is called alpha-linoleic acid, and that's found ubiquitously in all kinds of corn oil, safflower oil, soy oil, wheat germ oil. Pretty much all oils are going to have some alpha-linoleic acid in them. Let's see, 1% never went up to, Linda hasn't gone up to the 5%. You get great benefits from the 1%. Linda, niacin, you get the niacin flush if you use just plain niacin, but if you use no flush niacin, a form called inositol hexanicotinoate, or also niacinamide, you won't get the flushing effect. Okay, I think that'll be all. This will be on our YouTube channel, so if you guys want to review it, feel free, and then you can always ask questions, and we'll check periodically for questions, and then we'll answer them periodically. So feel free to ask questions as you go through the video in the coming days, weeks, months, years, decades even. Everything stays up on the internet forever, at least on YouTube it does. So we'll do a lot of these YouTubes. I'm hoping to do them once, at least once every couple of weeks or so. And I'm also hoping to do some PowerPoint presentations with my YouTubes. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you so much for being truthers and being true supporters. I appreciate all you guys. And that's it for now. Have an awesome, beautiful day. Oh yeah, I also do a radio program, if you don't know, called The Bright Side. And we've got tons of archives. I've been doing them every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for almost 10 years, a little over 10 years now. And there's all kinds of archives. So if you go to pharmacistben.com, which is my blog, you'll get you can listen live on pharmacistben.com, or you can also go to benfuchsarchives.com if you want to get archived information. And of course, our website for Truth Products is truthtreatments.com. And we've got Black Friday specials, and we also have Christmas specials coming up. And then we also have some new products coming out here sometime pretty soon. Look for our Electroderm galvanic gel. And we also have a little galvanic unit we're going to be selling soon as well. All right, that's it for now. Take care, everybody.